Nigerians and Super Eagles fans out there, I'm sure in the last 24 hours you must have heard the news about Carney Chukwuemeka and Lesley Ugochukwu of Chelsea, though currently on loan, have been linked to switching their nationalities to Nigeria, which would then make them eligible to play for Nigerian Super Eagles going into the World Cup qualifiers, resuming in March. Now, I'll give you my 2 cents about it. I'd like to know what your thoughts and opinions are. You can leave that in the comment section. And whilst we're here, before I go into the main discussion for today, please subscribe to the channel, click notification bell, and then and then share the video as well. Subscribe to the channel so you stay updated and you're notified each time I go live on the channel. So let's go straight into it. Now, we heard the news, different outlets, different media outlets, both Nigerian and international, have sort of given reports that there's a provisional 31-man list, and on that provisional 31-man list, you have the name of Carney, Chukwuemeka, and Lesley Ugochukwu, both linked to switching their nationalities to Nigeria. So my initial thoughts on that was and is that's a good move. Carney Chukwuemeka would fit nicely into that number 10 role that every chill loves a lot in terms of playing a 4-3, 1-2 formation. So that'll be splendid. He'll fit in nicely to that position. And then maybe Adama Lukman could be a second striker or could be added the competition for that number 10 role behind, the striker. So happy with that. Lesley Ugochukwu as well. He's proven at Southampton that he would suit in perfectly to that central midfield role in one of those three, central midfield roles that you have behind, the number 10. So you could have Lesley Ugochukwu, you could have Christian Uche, you could have Ebenezer Kinsimiro, or maybe Rafael Onyedika in those slots. So I think he's very comfortable on the ball. He's mobile as well, and he's had the energy, he has the legs, and he's big as well, 6'2", 6'3". So I think he would fit in nicely, to that position, and would contribute enormously to Nigeria's bid to qualify for the next World Cup. And that would then also mean, for me, that Eric Chell knows what he wants. He knows what he wants and he knows what is missing from the team. Because one area where Nigeria lacks players, strikers, tons of strikers, wingers, tons of wingers, central midfielders, tons of central midfielders, fullbacks, tons. But when it comes to that number 10 role, in behind the striker or in behind the two strikers, it Nigeria, rarely creates or produces players in those roles for whatever reason. The last time we had a true number 10, or someone who could actually play that number 10 role very well, to a high top level, that was Austin J.J. Okocha. And for me, I think that's why many people have, you know, been trying to make the argument for Alex Iwobi as the sort of number 10 for Nigeria Super Eagles. So for me, while I see Iwobi as a decent player, I don't see him as being absolutely super creative enough that he can play that role. And in addition to the fact that he lacks legs, in my opinion, he lacks the athletic ability and the tank to go on, for more than 45 minutes, 60 to 45 to 60 minutes, especially in an African context where it's high octane, high pressure, football and high energy football as well. So having a kind of Chukwuemeka in that number 10 role, would be really helpful. And then as well, it would be could shine in that he could be someone that could come off the bench, for Kanu Chukwuemeka, or could start. And then after 45, 55 minutes, he comes off and then he has a willing and able, willing and ready replacement in a Kanu Chukwuemeka in that position. And then while we're all celebrating the news, I know I was very happy as well when I heard the news. Then we got some conflicting reports as well, apparently from the players' camp, but I don't know where they've got that from. Apparently from the players' camp, I think it was reported by the ESPN on their X platform and their Instagram platform as well, saying that according to their sources, or sources close to the two players, No move has been made to switch nationality, to Nigeria and things like that. Now, for me, I would tend to interpret this as one, no smoke without fire. I'm sure maybe discussions have been heard, and probably from the player's side, they wouldn't want the news to be just out there when things haven't been, sort of settled out and ironed out properly. I think maybe in the coming days or coming weeks, things will be settled out. But on the flip side of it, this shows you how disorganized the NFF is, how disorganized, you know, the Nigerian Football Federation is. Now, I think for one that you could have that at a one-man provisional list. There could also be that discussion between the players and the NFF, and indeed Eric Chiel as well, to say, okay, I want you to play for us. I think this is how you can contribute to the team, and I would like you to, consider switching nationalities to play for Nigeria because I want you to be part of my World Cup team, and with you, I think we can qualify, for the upcoming World Cup. I believe those discussions have been heard, and now, rather than wait for things to properly settle down, by that I mean discussions completed, the players go on to actually file this um, um, request to switch national team allegiances to Nigeria from England, you know, from England and France respectively to Nigeria. Someone has, sort of put the cart before the horse and let this news out there, and that's why we're in the spot we're in. Because think about this, there are other players as well that this news could have come up about. While I rate these players, I'm sure there are other players that, for instance, Ethan Waneri, for instance, if his name had come out there would have been more furor, there would have been more excitement, about it. So I think there's actually those discussions have taken place, but someone has put the cart before the horse and just pushed the news out there before both sides, like the Nigerian Football Federation and the players and their representative, had wanted this news to be out there. So in my opinion, I think there's no smoke without fire. Probably discussions are still going on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, very soon we'll hear the news that they've actually submitted the request to FIFA to switch nationality to play for the Nigerian Super Eagles. Now, I know I've touched on this earlier on with respect to what impact or how I think they can suit into a Nigerian Super Eagles team. I think Carney Chukwuemeka will suit in nicely in the number 10 role. He can carry the ball. He can be that link between the central midfielders and the attack. He has great ball carrying skills. He's got skills on the ball. He can score from midfield as well, and then he can create for the likes of Victor Osimhen and Victor Boniface, and that's what has been lacking. So for me, I think Carney Chukwuemeka can suit into that number 10 role perfectly, and he may not even come to be the number one guy in that number 10 position. Ademola Lookman can be the number one, number 10, number 10, if you get what I mean, in front of Carney Chukwuemeka, and then Carney Chukwuemeka can always come off the bench to replace him off the bench, or that allows Eric Chiel some flexibility where you have Ademola Lookman playing as a support striker, very, very close to a Victor Boniface or a Victor Osimhen, for instance, and then you have Carney Chukwuemeka playing that 10 role, and then of course Lesley Ugochukwu would suit perfectly in those three central midfield roles, behind number 10. And therefore, this says to me that Eric Chiel is looking to go with his 4-3-1-2 formation. So let's see how that goes. So there's a video that was on the channel when I talked about why dual nationals haven't played for Nigeria, or a lot of them haven't played for Nigeria. The thumbnail is here. Please go and check out that video and watch it, and I'd like to know your thoughts on that as well. But at this point, we've come to the end of this video, and I'd like to say thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel, click notification bell, and share this video as well. So at this point, I'd like to say do have a splendid rest of your day. Keep your eyes peeled on this channel. Do have a splendid rest of your day. Stay well and stay blessed. Bye bye.